Well, it is a hopeful morning for the Cat Lake First Nation. It's just signed a deal with Ottawa to repair and replace dozens of homes in the community. Many of the existing structures in Cat Lake have dangerous levels of mold, and that drove the First Nation to declare a state of emergency about 1 month ago. John is on the story for us. John, we've been talking for some time now about Cat Lake and really the horrible circumstances in which so many people live. What deal has the First Nation now struck?
Effectively, it's for $10 million to remediate, in some cases remove, and to rebuild the houses there. A couple of weeks ago, Heather, you recall we told you about this, bringing photographs from the neighboring NDP MP, his riding adjacent to the riding that Cat Lake is in, Charlie Angus. That's where we got most of these pictures from. Also, pictures, the horrific pictures of the skin conditions that many of the young people in the community have that they attribute to the living conditions in which they are. We also have situations where a 48-year-old woman was from the community, was taken to hospital. Nashi Umbash, 48 years old. She died just a few days ago. Her family says that the respiratory conditions that she had are a direct result of the conditions that she was in. So what are we seeing here in terms of this agreement worked out with the chief and the rest of the community and the federal government? $10 million we're talking about, pledged by Ottawa to help repair, replace homes in the Cat Lake First Nations. How does that break down? Here it is. 2.1 repairs and renovations, 3.5 construction of new homes, 1.5 demolition and site preparation, and 3.5 bringing in actual portable homes to be able to house people in the community. The minister involved in this, Seamus O'Regan, has this reaction about the government's action. Heather? Oh, let's listen.
Right now, we're going through the process of determining which ones we demolish, to be honest with you, and build new ones in their place, and which ones we can renovate and repair. And that now begins full throttle. It's very difficult when you're dealing with these. It's very difficult, I think, for any Canadian when they look at these pictures to say, this is. I think we all react the same way. This is not how people should be living in Canada.
So, John, as you listen to the minister, I mean, he said he's tackling this full throttle, but how quickly does this work need to be done?
Well, for the people in the community who are suffering what they say are the ill health effects of the conditions there, of course, it can't happen soon enough. But there are logistical issues around this, not the least of which there is an ice road. It is a fly-in community. For most of the year, they have to fly in, and only during the winter are they able to use this ice road to get those supplies in. But remember Charlie Angus, I mentioned him. He's pleased to see that this action is taking place, and he is confident that they will get those housing materials in on time before that ice road melts. Have a listen.
Problems on the winter road happen every single year. It's about logistics. It's also about political will. So it would be, I think, very bad if the promises made were delayed at this point. So we all know what the timelines are. We know the narrow window we've got. But from my talks with people in community, they're pretty confident we're able to start moving forward finally for this community.
The community admits, though, there is still a lot of work to do, again, keeping that strict timeline in mind. And as Charlie Angus would add, this is only one of many, many Indigenous communities across this country that live in similar conditions. Heather?
Good to get that reaction just this morning, John, from Charlie Angus to this $10 million deal. Thank you very much. We'll have more on it through the morning.